Good evening, everyone. And if this is your first time on this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now and turn on the notification bell because we bring you the most important stories happening across Nigeria. And to my loyal viewers, drop a like on this video if you appreciate real news that matters to your safety and your family's well-being. Let me tell you something that happened just a few days ago that will give you goosebumps. Picture this scene. It's late at night in Abuja, around 11 in the evening. Most families are already in bed, getting ready to sleep after a long day. But while ordinary citizens are resting, somewhere in the forest of Kwali Area Council, a group of armed criminals are gathered, planning their next attack. They have their weapons ready, they have their targets selected, and they are just waiting for the perfect moment to strike and destroy innocent lives. But here's where the story gets exciting. Our security forces were not sleeping. They had their eyes wide open and they were watching every single move these criminals were making. The police had received intelligence, solid information that this gang was planning to attack an Abuja community on or before December 1st. Now, instead of waiting for these bandits to come into the community and cause havoc, instead of waiting for innocent people to be kidnapped or killed, the anti-kidnapping units decided to take the fight directly to the criminals. So what did they do? They moved into those forests at Badabu Hills in Kwali, and when they got there, a serious gunfight broke out. Can you imagine the sound of gunfire echoing through the night? For 30 full minutes, these brave officers exchanged fire with hardened criminals who have been terrorizing our communities for months. When the smoke cleared and the dust settled, 3 of these bandits were no longer a threat to anyone, and the others ran away with serious gunshot wounds. That planned attack on innocent Abuja residents, it never happened. Lives were saved that night, and families woke up the next morning not knowing that they had just escaped becoming victims of a terrible crime. Now, before you click away, smash that like button because what I'm about to tell you next will show you exactly why this victory matters so much to every single person living in Abuja and the surrounding areas. Make sure you are subscribed because we are going deep into this story, and trust me, you need to hear everything. Let me take you back a little bit so you can understand the full picture of what has been happening in our Federal Capital Territory. If you live in areas like Buari, Gwagwalada, Kuje or Kwali, you already know what I'm talking about. These places have been facing serious security challenges for months now. Just last week, and I mean literally days before this police operation, 7 people were kidnapped from Gidan Bijimi community in Buari Area Council. Among these 7 innocent victims were 6 young women and a 16-year-old boy. These were people who were just living their normal lives, probably thinking about school, thinking about work, thinking about their dreams and their future. The attackers came around 9:37 in the evening with dangerous weapons, the kind of weapons that make your heart skip a beat when you see them. They stormed into this community, grabbed these people and took them away into the darkness. Then, as if that wasn't evil enough, they demanded 300 million naira as ransom. 300 million naira. That's not money that ordinary families can find lying around. That's the kind of money that could build entire schools, that could change thousands of lives if used properly. But these criminals wanted it just to release people who should never have been taken in the first place. And this isn't even a unique story. This same pattern has been happening over and over again across different communities in the FCT. Families have been torn apart. People have lost their loved ones. Children have lost their parents. Parents have lost their children. Some communities became so desperate for security that residents had to contribute their own money, 25,000 naira from each household, just to repair police cars because they were so desperate for protection. Can you imagine having to fix police cars with your own money because you're so desperate for protection? If you are finding this information valuable, please like this video right now and share it with your friends and family because everyone needs to know what's really happening in our communities. And subscribe if you haven't already because we are not done with this story. Now, here's what makes the recent police victory even more important. When the officers arrested one of the gang members on November 30th, this person who goes by the name Boko, they found a mobile phone on him. This wasn't just any regular phone. Investigators discovered that this phone was being used to coordinate criminal activities across multiple areas. Through their investigation, they confirmed that this same gang was responsible for numerous kidnappings and armed robberies that have been happening in Gwagwalada, Kuje, Kwali, and Dupa. So we're not talking about small-time criminals here.
We're talking about an organized network that has been causing pain and suffering across the entire Federal Capital Territory. The information they got from this arrest led them straight to that forest hideout where the other gang members were waiting and planning their next attack. This is the kind of intelligence work that saves lives. This is what happens when security forces are alert and ready to act quickly on the information they receive. But let me tell you something that is equally important and equally exciting. The residents of Abuja are not just sitting down and waiting to become victims anymore. Communities are waking up and realizing that security is not just the job of police and soldiers alone. It's everyone's responsibility. If you're enjoying this video, hit that like button and let me know in the comments from which part of Abuja you're watching from. Across estates along the Kugwa-Zuba Road and many other areas, people are organizing themselves. They are forming neighborhood watch groups that operate day and night. They are creating communication systems where if one person spots something suspicious, the information spreads quickly through the entire community. Some estates have even purchased protective equipment for their security personnel because they understand that waiting for help to come from far away might be too late when criminals strike. This is not about people taking the law into their own hands or becoming vigilantes who do whatever they want. Not at all. This is about communities being smart, being alert, and working together with security forces to make their neighborhood safer. Think about it like this. If you have a strong fence around your house, thieves will think twice before trying to break in. In the same way, when communities are well organized and alert, criminals find it much harder to operate because they know that people are watching and people are ready to raise the alarm. Do you know someone who needs to hear this message? Share this video with them right now and make sure you subscribe to this channel because we bring you updates that can literally save your life and the lives of people you care about. Now let's talk about the bigger picture for a moment because this issue goes beyond just Abuja. The banditry problem affecting the northwest and north central regions of Nigeria has deep roots. We're talking about economic struggles. We're talking about young people who can't find decent work and then get pulled into crime. We're talking about illegal weapons that somehow find their way into the wrong hands. These are complex problems that don't have simple solutions, and we need to be honest about that. But here's the good news. The government is paying attention. President Bola Tinubu recently declared a security emergency and gave orders to increase recruitment into both the army and the police force. More personnel means more boots on the ground, more eyes watching, more officers available to respond when communities need help. Additional armored vehicles and equipment are being sent to areas that need them most. These are concrete steps, not just empty promises. However, and this is crucial for everyone to understand, military action alone cannot solve this problem permanently. We need to address why young people join these criminal gangs in the first place. We need better economic opportunities in vulnerable communities. We need improved coordination between different security agencies so they can share information quickly and work together smoothly. Most importantly, we need exactly what we're starting to see, which is partnership between security forces and ordinary citizens working together towards the same goal of safety and peace.